Folks, right here, I have a solution if you're watching your grocery bills going up and you're desperate to know how to cut food costs and still feed your family well. It is possible, and the solution is right here. This is what I'm talking about: 20 meals from 20 ingredients. It's simple, practical, and above all else, it works. And here's why. Most people think they overspend on groceries because they're careless or because they're not trying hard enough. The truth, for most of us, is it's actually a choice trap. What I mean by that is you've got tens of thousands of products in your local grocery store, and that makes you think that more variety is better. But it's actually that variety that's costing you more on groceries every single week. I spent years leaking money on weird and wonderful ingredients that ended up in the trash and all sorts of expensive, unhealthy convenience food because I was too tired and too stressed to cook for myself. But this solution cracks that code. And today, I'm showing you how to turn basic core ingredients into 20 different everyday meals. That's your breakfast, lunches, and dinners, all sorted. And the beauty of this is no sad food. It's just a very easy way to cut the midweek pressure, to cut the food waste, and to keep your spending very predictable. Once you see how easy it is, I promise it'll be very hard for you to go back to what you're doing now. The basis of everything I'm about to show you is my 20 weekly ingredients. That's the basis of all our meals. And if you haven't seen that one, or that isn't yet how you shop for groceries, here's the link. Go watch that one first, and then come back to this one. People think you just can't possibly exist on those 20 ingredients. Or if you do try and do it, you're going to end up with this dull, repetitive, boring life. I'll be blunt. The only reason you feel that way is because big food has taught you to believe it. Your parents didn't eat all the rubbish you do. Your grandparents certainly weren't eating Thai food and Chinese food and Mongolian food every night of the week. Not that there's anything wrong with global cuisines, but they were making trusted recipes work for them, and they were rotating their ingredients so they could eat affordably and so they could eat sustainably and healthily. Let's not forget that. So we are going to get back to doing the same thing right now. We're going to step through 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches, 10 dinners. They're all fast, healthy, and frugal. They are all family friendly and flexible, and all sorts of other S as well. So let's get stuck in. Now, your cook phase is going to come in first on this one. In other words, you're going to want to roast a chicken, cook up a big old vat of meat sauce or bolognese in the Instant Pot if you have one. And this is a crucial bit of meal prep for your Saturday or your Sunday so that you have the leftovers to reuse and repurpose later on in the week. Final thing I'll mention, other ingredients are going to crop up here, and that's okay. I've not been caught out because we obviously buy more than just 20 different groceries. But the other things that I'm going to mention, we don't buy every week. They're on the fortnightly or maybe even our monthly list. Things like potatoes, yogurt, soy sauce, stock cubes, herbs, spices, lemon juice, all sorts of things like that. You just don't need to be going and buying all of this stuff every week. We must start off with our 2 anchors. And the first one of those is possibly the highest value thing that you can cook, certainly one of the highest value things, and that's your roast chicken. Apart from the chicken, you need olive oil, salt, garlic, onions, veggies, 1 tray, 1 oven, minimal effort. You eat it fresh, of course, once, first time, then you strip the leftovers, you turn the carcass into stock, you have that 1 chicken, giving you many, many meals for the average family. And this is foundational for you to stick to a food budget without feeling restricted. And we're going to come back to what else you do with that chicken very soon. Your second anchor is your big pot of beef bolognese. That's your ground beef, onions, garlic, canned tomatoes, salt, herbs, all on your weekly list apart from your herbs. This is going to start off as a pasta sauce. That's meal number 1, but then it's going to morph for several other midweek goodies as we go through. So with these 2 cooked up, you have straight away made life a lot easier for yourself, and you've opened up loads and loads of variety for later in the week. We'll come back to those in just a minute. First though, let's get our brekkie sorted. And the key rule of thumb here is avoiding all of the high sugar, low nutrient cereals. We're not even going to get duped into the sugar-free and the high-protein stuff or any of that kind of daft business, because it doesn't deliver on health, and it sure as heck doesn't deliver in terms of value for money. So based on our 20 weekly essentials, what we can do is breakfast number 1, scrambled eggs, and we can throw in some sauteed veggies to jazz it up a bit, capsicum, onion, tomatoes, whatever's in your fridge, basically. I know a lot of people who think this is like some sort of high effort meal on a weekday morning. It really isn't, okay? These are all easy meals, high in protein, low in cost, and very little extra thought needed. Just simple food that helps you stay on budget at the grocery store. From scrambled eggs, we're going to go into peanut butter fruit toast. If you're making homemade bread, this is going to bring the house down. I guarantee it. I think that's an expression. People are going to love it anyway. And you can check this video out for our foolproof sourdough recipe. If you want to get into that, I certainly recommend it. $1 a loaf is all it costs us. No hidden nasties. But if not, okay, grab the cleanest wholemeal bread you can at the store, the best quality peanut butter you can afford, fruit on top. It's cheap, it's filling, it's child-friendly, and again, it is healthy eating. Homemade pancakes is brekkie number 3. Yes, this is going to take a little bit longer, depending on how many mouths you have to feed. I'm cooking for 5. It does take a little while, but it will also be super popular. Very clean ingredients. Once again, obviously just flour, milk and eggs for the pancakes. Top it with fruit, peanut butter or honey or whatever. Costs very little. Feels like a treat. Proof that budget food doesn't have to feel boring, right? On to number 4. You can go with a veggie omelette. Basically just scrambled eggs you haven't played with as much in the skillet. Again, you should put some veggies in there. You can add some cheese to this one too. Very easy. Again, and no extra shopping. And then number 5. Let's throw in something that is not on your weekly list. Certainly not on my weekly list anyway, and that is your oats. Get your own porridge or oatmeal going, team. Do not buy the sachets of store-bought stuff. Bad value for money. Bad all the extra random stuff that they put in it that you don't need. All you do need is milk, some fruit, drizzle of honey perhaps if you have it. And this is, again, incredibly cost-effective, incredibly filling for your kids. Great for breakfast on a budget. It's so much better than all those god-awful cereals people are still buying by the boatload. And that is brekkie done. Now we can head into our lunch options. Okay, let's rattle through these. You're going to be using some leftovers. We're going to drop in a few items from the fortnightly list. 2. Let's go with number 1 though. Chicken salad bowl. Shredded roast chicken that you made earlier in the week. Tossed in with some veggies, some olive oil, some salt. Very quick to pull together. You got all that flavour from the chicken. Super wholesome, super filling. Second option, rice and beans. On a plate, in a bowl, your call. Cook up your rice. Now, I'm still sticking with brown rice. In fact, just remember, you ought to get a bulk cook of that done early in the week too. But add in your beans, your lentils, your onion, your garlic, spices if you have some. And this is packed with good quality protein, slow release energy, especially if you go with the brown rice, and a nice, smart budget meal. And I'll follow up with another one, the number 3, tuna salad sandwich. Pretty self-explanatory, I think, this one. I'm going to be making that with some mayo from the once a month list, possibly some sweet corn in there too. In my book, this is just an amazing quick lunch for kind of the middle of the week. Number 4, take a look at some veggie fried rice. You've got your leftover rice that I just squeezed in a minute ago, eggs, frozen veg, maybe some soy sauce from your occasional list. That's totally optional. 10 minutes though, in a pan. And the last option I have for you is a chicken soup cup. The base is going to be some of that beautiful chicken stock you can have made at the weekend, perhaps with some of the meat if you still have any. And again, some veggies. Lots of veggies going on in this bunch of meals. Maybe some lemon juice or vinegar can give it a bit of extra flavour. Some extra herbs as well, of course, if you add those. Even stir in a whisked egg at the end if you want to give it a bit of a twist. And there you have, incredibly quick, 5 lunches to add to your 5 breakfasts. You see how easy this is, guys? See how this doesn't have to be repetitive. You are just using those basic ingredients, rotating flavors, working your pantry. No convenience to it whatsoever. Nothing from a box or a carton or a packet. And that just leaves us with our dinners. Let's do the chicken variations first, shall we? The roast dinner is the first cab off the rank, which I mentioned, of course, with your veggies and some potatoes. Second is a chicken and rice skillet. Get a nice, easy, flavorful tomato sauce going. 1 pan with some stock and some of your batch of brown rice. Check that recipe out in this video up here. You haven't tried that before, right? Nice and easy so far, no dramas. Now you can get a bit more adventurous if you like with chicken tacos. Homemade tortillas, preferably, so you're not ingesting a chemistry set of industrial fillers. Just flour, water, some oil, maybe some baking powder if you want to kind of puff them up a little bit. That is a 10-minute job to knock those out. And then you fill them with chicken, veggies, and cheese. Job done. 3 meals down. Number 4, let's get the last of that chicken in with some pasta, maybe a macaroni type of thing. all again on your weekly list, except perhaps for some heavy cream to finish it off. Exactly what I did in this video. Super quick, super tasty. We're coming into the home straight now. Can you see just how many things you can actually whip up with these basic weekly ingredients? You do not need a ton of overpriced convenience garbage in your house. You don't need to fill your children up on that stuff and waste your hard-earned money in the process. 6 to go. They look something like this. Spag bowl, obviously, from the meal prep you did at the start of the week. Then you serve out some of that meat sauce over rice and frozen veg. Another quick meal, no extra shopping needed. Next, it's some stuffed potatoes with your beef sauce, baked potatoes topped with the leftover bolognese. You get some cheese on there as well, make it a bit more hearty. Beef and veggie skillet comes in for your 8th dinner. Beef sauce cooked down with your extra veggies, served with rice or bread, homemade if you're doing it. And if you haven't spotted it yet, this way of eating calls for a lot of vegetables. If we are doing top-up runs to the store, we're going back for more veggies. Like Cheez-Its, mac and cheese. You see all these grocery haul videos, and there is literally a mountain of packaged foods and like one little bag of carrots or 2-3 sweet potatoes. Nowhere near enough veg or fruit. And more than that, actually, the ratio between the fresh and the packaged convenience stuff is totally all over the place. So when you get smart with your shopping, you make that adjustment that I know many households want to make. And it's going to shift the dial for you on wealth, and it's going to shift the dial on health. Absolutely no doubt about it. So back to the meals. We've got 2 to go, I think. I'd be looking at lentil and tomato stew for number 9. Again, we've got some beans or lentils from our weekly list. Tomatoes, garlic, onion, spices. This is filling as heck and really, again, helps to stretch that budget right out. And what about a bit of home creativity the kids can get involved with for your last meal? Homemade pizza night. Make your own flour dough. Only extra ingredient you might need for this is some yeast. So grab that this week. You won't be buying that again for a while. Aside from that, you've got canned tomatoes, you've got cheese, you've got chicken or veg. It's a bit of fun. It's nice and balanced and way cheaper than ordering in on a Friday night. Perfect way to finish this off. Okay, folks, do you agree with me that this is a totally feasible, totally sustainable approach? Is this a way of shopping and cooking that you think you want to adopt for your family? Let me know in the comments. There is loads of variety here. Seriously, there is also no ban on other ingredients if you want to drop them in. But the key point to all this is you don't need a car full of packaged convenience junk to supplement your basic ingredients. It's just not necessary. What you need is to be scaling up on the volume of those core ingredients, batch cooking more often, and then getting creative with your leftovers, because the options are actually endless. Do supplement with some carefully chosen extras, but no more than like another 10 to 20 of those max. And just watch how your family stays fuller for longer. And, well, your bank account's going to start to do the same too. Inflation is not going to go away. Food prices are going to keep rising, but this system is guaranteed to help change how you shop and how you budget forever. Make sure you check out this playlist if you're serious about cutting your food bills. And look, if this helps you think differently about food, differently about your food budget, go ahead and hit subscribe, because I have more of the same coming out every single week. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you again very soon.